Well, hello and welcome to the stream. My name is Lenny and today we are going to be playing this very fucking beautiful game, Shapez. I cannot express how much I love this game. Not just because of the game itself, but because of the fucking banging music that it has, which I very much enjoy and I hope I don't get copyrighted for. I have a glass of Pepsi with me, and today we are going to just create a brand new factory and start all over again, even though I played this game for 3 times already. But yeah, the goal is to create a factory, and in a couple of streams I'll get to beating this game and making a MAM, aka a make anything machine. But yeah, let's just jump into this. Okay then, I guess we are in. So, we've got this thing called a hub. This always displays some sort of resource that it needs. And you basically need to provide it the resource that it wants by way of all these. And none of these are unlocked except for this, the extractor, and this, the conveyor belt. Everything that you hover over or select will show here with its speed, and that is important later on because each thing can process or transport different number of items per second. So as you can see, this currently transports 2 items per second, but this extractor only mines 0.4 items per second. So that is one of these. If you put it down on a shape, it will extract it. One of these is not going to fill up an entire belt. So right now, what I want to do is just speed this up a bit, so we may get more. Does it work with shift? Okay, yeah, so if I hold down shift, it will place these in a pre-planned way. So yeah, hold down shift and here we go. Okay, level 1 has been officially completed, which means we get access to cutters. And right now, this wants left halves. So this makes 0.4, that can produce 0.5, so that is pretty much okay. And we want the left half, so that means the right half can just go into the trash. And we need 40 of that. So how about we double our little setup actually. So it's gonna take a couple of seconds for it to get up to 40. Maybe we can place down another one. We can rotate these. Okay, this is janky. This looks horrible, but it is what it is. Okay, level 2 complete. The level gave you no reward, but the next one will. Better not to destroy your existing factory. You need all those ships later to unlock upgrades. Here are the upgrades on this star icon. These basically give speed boosts to every single type of machine, depending on which upgrade you actually upgrade. So you can see belts and distributed tunnels get a speed from 1 to 1.5 if I upgrade this. But I like to only upgrade these when I actually have the resources to upgrade these all at the same time, because otherwise everything's gonna be out of sync and the belts aren't gonna be filled up perfectly, and that just bothers my OCD to no end. So it needs more squares. I'm gonna wait for these until I eventually unlock better stuff. So for right now, this needs complete squares, which I am going to make it produce a lot because it needs 70. And I'm gonna look around because I like building my actual factory outside of this range, because you can see the small islands here of different resources, and the big islands start around here-ish. So I like to start my factory at the big islands so I have space to wire everything else, because these conveyors don't take up much space right now, but they will once I have 11 different resources coming in at the same time. Okay, so level 3 complete. We have unlocked the balancer, which is a merger and a splitter at the same time. It balances two belts, but if you leave only one input open and two outputs, then it splits. If you leave only one output and two inputs, then it merges. So it's very, very good for us. So we need 5 extractors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is 5 times 0.4 items, which is 2 items per second. So if I were to place down like, I don't know, like a couple of these boys in a way that it's gonna make sense. So like this, these all merge into this single one, which in turn then produces us a beautiful full belt of stuff. So we need 4 cutters in order to accommodate a full belt. So I'm just gonna place down, I'm gonna place them down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cutters, and I think 1, 2, 3. The last one doesn't need a splitter, so that input goes there, and this goes all the way here. And if I were to just connect this up, these can now handle a full belt of stuff. Great. We need the right half, so the left half can go get axed, and this can either be merged into one or just separately put into the machine. It doesn't really care, as long as this all produces us the desired amount of stuff. Okay, finally the rotator has been unlocked, which rotates anything by 90 degrees clockwise, which is very good for us, because our next shape is gonna be this upper circle part, which we couldn't achieve without actual rotators. Let's merge all of you. Okay, so that's now a full belt. Then we need, as we have already discussed, 4 cutters. So that now cuts the circles. What I want is to rotate these. You each need 1 rotation. Let's get rid of these then. Yeah, that will give us 1 continuous belt of stuff. So what I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by the level complete message is I want to upgrade all of these at the same pace, so the ratios between full belts and machines don't change. And I'm not gonna start all of these just yet, because if I do, eventually these will be more upgraded than this, which I don't want. So I'm gonna only start this when I eventually gain access to painting. I don't know, should I start this? Okay, fuck it, I'm gonna start this, even though I just said I'm not gonna, but I'm gonna start this because I realized I can just upgrade these anytime I want when I eventually have the necessary amount of shapes to do so. So I'm just gonna start filling a full belt of regular old uncolored squares. Okay, so when this is done, so like right now, we unlock tunnels, which can go under other belts, so that is good. So I'm gonna set up an extraction thingy. Right here. Okay, so we want half, not half, but quarter circles, which means we cut them in half, rotate them, and cut them in half again. So that's fine. But before that, I want to get rid of all of this and just redesign everything. Okay, so we need to rotate this to be top, and this 3 times to be top again. And now the magic can happen, because we can now split these into their own lanes. 2, before. So I'm gonna show you how tunnels work. This is the input, this is the output. You just basically click and click, and you got 4 outputs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 2 full belts exported right here, which means we can now start cutting them to corners. So we need twice the amount of cutters we had before, and both of these need splitters, of course. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is the part we actually want. But this is something we don't really need. But we can orient it in a way so that it's useful for us. So I'm gonna do some quiet exporting. There's gonna be output number 1, and that is going to be output number 2. So that's 2 outputs, and we just gotta do the same thing at this side, which is gonna be very annoying. I might need to flip it. That's output number 3. We can just squeeze it in here. That's gonna be output number 4, but we cannot squeeze it in. Now we can squeeze it in. Great stuff. And I need to delete this again, because we are going to use an entire side here. Okay, painting has finally been unlocked. Yes, I love painting. We can get rid of this entirely. Okay, so what do we need? First, I'm gonna start making the upgrade thing. So we need half squares with a blue color. That is great because we have squares and we have blue here. So first and foremost, I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is connected. I said 5 is connected, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. Both extractions are done now. I'm gonna do the painting right here, and the painter is a bit of a tricky beast because you need to leave gaps between them. So that's input number 1. That's the shape input. However, we also need a color input, which is these blobs right here. Okay, so that's the color input. Great stuff. It can just be connected up, and that's gonna fill with colors, hopefully all of them. And that's the shape input connected up. So next step is to collect all of this and place them 4 cutters. Okay, so which side do we need? We needed the right side. Well, anyway, we got all of this, and we got it perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but almost as perfectly as we could in the complexity department and in the compact department. Okay, now we can move on to this. This is just red circles. So it's the exact same setup as this, except for the cutter. We don't need the cutter. Fuck the cutter. This is silly, but this is the only way this works. Ba-doom, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Shape input done. Shape input can just directly be connected. And color input needs to be built. This needs to be connected here. And we got an entire row of red circles. Yep. Okay. Complete belt. Alright, let's upgrade all of you. And we've got other shapes now we should make. We have unlocked a new variant of the rotator that can rotate backward. That's great. That is actually great. I can just delete this and start thinking about where I'm gonna set up everything. Mixer has been unlocked. Mixes 2 colors using additive blending. Great. So we need purple circles. Great. Okay. So I can just delete this. So we need circles and we need blue and red. I believe I have found my area, so I'm gonna paste the marker here and voila, I can click it, and if I move away I can click it up here and it just brings me back. These all have 2 inputs, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 color mixers. Usually I like it when all my machines have the exact same input side and the exact same output side. So input comes from right, all the inputs come from the right side and all the inputs go to the left side, because that will give me like a flow to follow. But I'll make an exception for the early machines because I don't particularly mind. These are going to be demolished either way. Or maybe not, who knows. Now the painting machine is going to take up a lot of space here, so I think it's fine if I just do this. Where's the hub? Oh, wait, I can just press space and it will automatically pathfind. But yeah, this is a full belt, this is a full belt, this is gonna be a full belt once it stabilizes, and this is also gonna be eventually a full belt. Okay, let's look at the challenges. We need circles and half circles, squares and quarter circles, stars and half squares, painted half squares and painted windmills. I guess I should just fucking start with the stars. I guess I just need to extract some stars from over here, even though it is quite close to the base, the hub. And I have said on multiple occasions how I don't like building next to the hub. So that we cannot make this. We can make this, but it's a pain. We can make all of these. We are currently making the stars, so let's make the squares. Any squares here? Yes, okay. Oh, and we have reached our first obstacle. So I think I'm gonna do this and then redirect the stars to here, because the hub doesn't care which side it gets the resources from. What about this? Circles. I can do that. But again, the hub doesn't care. Oh, we have completed level 9. Finally, we got the advanced mergers. Finally. So we no longer have to make monstrosities like this for extraction. We can make nice smooth monstrosities. Still monstrosities, but getting closer to being compact. I'm gonna set up waypoints for everything I do. So it's easy. If I'm mucking around here, I can just click this and it will take me here. But we don't need the purple circles anymore, I think. I'm not gonna delete it, I'm just gonna disconnect it because we might need it in the future. We need this, which is a cyan star. Cyan, I think, is a combination of blue and green. So I think I'll use this area to source the stars from, and this area to actually make the shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. Let's try the compact merger. Oh yeah, this looks much better than it did. That should make us cyan. Oh yeah, that is making cyan. Great. Next up, we need to paint these. You are color input. So you can go into the color input section. And now is the time I should worry about extraction. Where are you? There you are. Okay, great. So that should make us stars in the cyan variety. Oh, this is so much simpler. And this can just join our main network of stuff. So now that this is done, I think I'm gonna end the stream because, well, because I have other stuff to do and I didn't plan this to be long. So I will probably come back intermittently to stream this game. Well, yeah, thank you very much for watching the stream. And I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Yep. Peace out.